right, hey, shalom, Pastor Corey here. Shalom, Deacon Miguel. And hey, we excited. We've been up talking about this thing tonight because it's a serious matter, Deacon. When we look at really what we finding out, really digging in to this Gentile Japhet thing.
Yes,
and, it stirs something up. I'm stirred up. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, you see it, Pastor. Everything that you expounded on during Sabbath, the follow-up videos you did, it makes it plain. See, these are things that we all know, but until they get explained and hashed out to the level to where you see this has been since the beginning of history. This has been who this set of people were. They're from their ancestor to now to where you see they have utterly fulfilled what they were destined to fulfill.
Man, Deacon, that's why, hey, listen to me. First of all, I'm going to lay out a few things because part 3 of the Oppressor Is Manifested is coming, and it's coming fast. Get ready. It's going to blow your mind because we got a few resources that we getting ready to dig in. It is hot off the press. You're not going to believe this. But again, I know a lot of people going to be upset because the truth makes free, but also the truth hurts. And so it's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. And guess what? We ain't building allegiance. We're not building partnerships. You can't get in on this. This is strictly because of this. I saw a video the other day with some people in there, what you call shouting at church. And it looked like a clown show. It looked like they was doing a 1940 jig for master. You understand? And it was ridiculous. It don't have nothing to do with it. But see, people got to begin to have things that's going to move them. See, because here, I've been testing it out.
Yes, sir.
I tested it out today in the gym. I went to 3 key things with another client. Mind blown. I talked to a woman pastor who comes to the gym and work out. And guess what? She working through it. She going through it. And the thing about it, I know this sister. She went to school with me. And so again, in order to get things correct, to get people back in the right frame of mind, to get people to wake up, they got to begin to have things that's going to dig completely in their minds and in their hearts to cause them to turn around from the ways they've been thinking. Right?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to ask you this. All right, Deacon. People like you all who are out here watching this video, I want to make sure I point completely in your face because I want you, and you. I want all you all to make sure that you do this with this series, that you truly pay attention. First of all, I'm going to start abbreviating this series, all right? I'm going to start abbreviating, all right? And the reason why I say that, because I want you guys to follow this. You're the ones who are truly going to move on and know. So when you see O.I.M, all right, that is Oppressor Is Manifested. O.I.M, then you know that's where it's going to be. So when you see O.I.M 3, then you know that's where it's at. Get to that video, get to it, and get to it. Then after that, get to it, because then it's going to be something in there that I'm not going to talk about what's going to be in it, but we were so excited tonight talking about what's happening, what's going on, all the feedback that we're getting, people that we're talking to on the phones, people we're talking to around the congregation, talking to Pastor Dow. It's got to be done. What's your thoughts, Deacon? What's the first thing you think is going to happen once people really figure out what's going on with this truth? Go ahead. I'm going to shut the curtain.
It's a continuation, Pastor. What you said was, this is the day that knowledge is increasing.
Oh, boy.
This is the day that knowledge is increasing. And once you get that knowledge, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to continue? Are you going to continue to fall victim? Are you going to continue to be deceived? Are you going to continue to not? Are you going to continue to stay stagnant? Are you going to continue to not walk in what you know you're supposed to be walking in?
Right.
See, we were all created for a purpose. All of us were created for a purpose. Are you going to fulfill that purpose? Are you going to fulfill the purpose of Yah? Are you going to fulfill the purpose of the enemy? The knowledge is here. It's being given to you. It's being given to you. You're being fed daily.
That's it.
I mean, what stuck out to me the most, Pastor, is, okay, we know who Japhet is. We know the descendants of Japhet. But where do we as Yisrael fall into play? How do we fulfill our role in that? You understand what I'm saying? What do we do with that information that we receive? So that's what sticks out most. It's just a charging to staying firm on the things of the Most High Yah. It's a charging to really be set apart. It's a charging to plan. It's a charging to, walk in the fullness of those things and not half-ass it, Pastor.
Right, exactly. See, I'm going to say this. We're going to say this. We're going to end this. Because I just want to come on because I want you to stay excited. I want you to be alert. I want all the brothers of the faith to ready your house. Because, see, what's happening is warriors are rising. Warriors are rising out of this because it's been too long. When you go back and you look at, the civil rights movement, when you go back and you look at all the Eyes on the Prize series, when you start to dig in on the internet, you see all those underground slave monuments, and then yet you still don't have no history. You don't have no origin. You just here. And I think it was something that his name is Napoleon Bonaparte. I got to go back and get the name right, but guess what? This ain't about right names and right pronunciations more than it is about right information.
Yes, sir.
He was talking about why he had chose to destroy blacks. He said it wasn't because of economics or financial gain, but it was simply to stop the forward progress of the blacks. Now, I couldn't believe that. Now, I'm going to put that in one of these videos, but again, see, it's like, what type of freaking mindset do you, what? Well, I mean, what the hell? Man. Right?
It's out of this world, Pastor, and, not to digress too much, Pastor, but see, it's more than just a color thing. It's more than just, well, I'm the descendant of this and you the descendant of that. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you still have a crucial decision to make. At the end of the day, whether you realize you're a descendant of Japhet, whether you realize you're a descendant of Shem, whether you realize you're a descendant of Ham, you have a crucial decision to make. Because it's more than, see, I don't want anybody to get it twisted, saying, well, you harping on the seed of Japhet. No, if that's what you are, then be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
That's it.
Be ye transformed. Because it's here.
It's here.
It's here, and you got the truth set before you. See, it ain't about your ancestors. It's about the origin. It ain't about race. It's about origin.
That's it.
It's about the origin. Now that you know, what are you going to do with it?
That's it. See, my whole premise is that two things, Deacon, that no matter if you from Shem, Ham, or Japhet, all right, it's only one truth to be preached, and that's what's not happening. You got all, because I'm looking at just all the vines that is stemming off of supposedly Torah keepers, people who are in Torah, and you're not truly in it, because the same thing that's been happening is exclusion, and it's exclusion of who the real people are. So that's why you got to run this thing. You got to run every thread through the shredder. You got to run it all through there. See, here's the thing. Me and him was talking about, what's my man name that his son brought his business?
Ken Hovine.
Ken Hovine. Man, listen to this, because see, long time ago I was talking about capitalism, because in capitalism there's capitalize, and that is also a part of a nature, looking for the first opportunity to capitalize. See, the reason why I'm saying this because I played football. So one thing I noticed, I watched how they watched the game. Because we used to take socks and cut the socks off and put it on our arm. Now they make sleeves for you to put them on. We used to take our t-shirts and cut the sleeve off and put it over here. Now they got these caps that you put under your helmet. We took the socks and we used to fold them down over our cleats. Now they got these covers that you put over the cleats instead of socks. So I'm watching you, watching a way to capitalize, because our next video, I can tell you this, is about the nature of Japhet. And one thing I can tell you about nature, it don't go nowhere. It's a genetic nature that's in there. See, listen to this story. Listen to it.
That's sinister.
That's sinister. That is.
That's sinister, Pastor.
Come on.
You ain't giving just what justice due. You ain't giving a just due to that, man. You done seen it, you done took it and ran with it. But anyway, Ken Hovind, he's a Christian. I guess you can call him a Christian pastor or a Christian scientist. But anyway, you all may know him from talking about dinosaurs and history, how it's biblically based, how it's biblically related. This guy more or less has trumped every theory of evolution. Everything that has come forth, he's pretty much trumped it. Long story short, he ended up going to prison for about 9 years off of some bogus charges. They always find a way to persecute the righteous. His son, the seed of this man's loins, his son, after he went to prison, took over for him, was left in charge, sold the net worth of this business was about $2 million. He sold it to himself. His son sold it to himself, $6,300. Capitalized. Sold it to himself for $6,300. Ken Hovind gets out of prison. 9 years served in prison on bogus charges. He gets out of prison. He goes home. They have a welcome home party. His wife says, okay, after the party, well, your room is down there. This man was paying roughly $600 a month to rent out a room in his own house. Meanwhile, his son is capitalizing on a business that his father had before he went to prison, after he sold it to himself. It's wicked, Pastor. It's sinister. That goes back to it. That's the mindset that they have. See, the Most High believes in just weights and balances. Ain't nothing just about that. There's nothing righteous about that. There's nothing balanced about that. These people have found a way to make sure that whatever they do, they coming out on top.
That's it. And so, that's why the next part of this is looking at the nature of Japhet, because see, we got to point out, first of all, the origin of names, and then we got to dig back into Japhet, what that means. We got to dig back into Ham, what that means. Then we got to dig into Shem, and you see what that means. And it's all tied in. It's going to blow your mind, and then it's going to lead us again to the next path. And so in that, what we're going to do is, going into part 4. Hopefully we get a chance to end up at his job, because they have that worship, whatever the hell that is, where you got all of this homage to all of these gods and Greek gods and just whatever type of, it's unbelievable.
Unbelievable, Pastor. I mean, it's a sanctuary.
A sanctuary.
When you walk in this room, and some of you may have seen it on Facebook over a year ago, you walk in this room, you have Muslim, there's a praying area that they have a symbol on the ceiling that's pointed to the east. You also have Buddha. You also have a Shiva, which I don't know if you know what Shiva is, but I think that's a Middle Eastern goddess, the one that has the 6 arms or 8 arms. You also have a wooden cross. There's also some Judaic sculptures, menorahs in there. There's just a plethora, it's the whole coexist movement. There's a plethora of idols in this room. And they expect for people to go in there pray, go in there, meditate. And there is also a prayer wall where people have stuck prayers into this wall for their family members that are sick. I mean, it is wicked. I'm gonna take a word from my pastor, Pastor Dow. It's the zenith of wickedness, Pastor. It's wickedness to the zenith. I mean, you go in this place and you see all this imagery, man. I mean, and I know it's demon infested. I mean, it's just, but that shows you the move. That shows you the push of the world that we live in.
That's
to
it.
this day.
That's it. See, that's my thing as we close this video. See, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. See, the zeal of the Most High God is rising up in me so much, man. I just can't wait. I feel I'm burning, going up and down the highway. At night, when I get done reading, as I ask the Most High Yah to continue to just uncover the whole entire veil, that's what's happening. The Most High is really pointing this thing out, because guess what? The children in the land of their captors are calling out everywhere. I mean, all four corners, the children are calling out, even though we're dealing with these issues of names and all these other things. But the spirit of Yah is in contact with the spirit of those who are his. And so we're finding out, I'm telling, this thing is up, and you're not gonna be able to hold us down. There ain't nothing that you can do getting a hold of videos and trying to scare people and make people quit talking about what they're talking about. Hell no. We're gonna talk about it, because guess what? Fear the one that's able to kill the body and destroy the soul and throw you into the burning hell. So guess what? Nobody's stopping for you, because it's time. It's time. See, I'm tired of looking out on TV, TBN, and all these other places where I'm looking at people that's faking the funk. I'm looking at all of these thousands of church movements, and nobody is getting the real move of Yah. When Israel cried out anytime in the Bible, the Most High responded. Yes, and so, guess what? If he ain't gonna respond to you, then you need to really start looking around and searching to see what is the truth. What is the truth? What is the truth? Well, guess what? That's what we're doing. We're uncovering the lies so that the truth can be in its rightful place. The truth can be shown to all who seek it. Hey, I'm Pastor Corey. This is Deacon Miguel. We ending this. Get ready for part 3, because this thing getting ready to light some fires. Hey, we'll see you in a bit. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.